I never got through Final Fantasy 7. I played 10 before 7. I think I ended at the first disc and I was like, I'm done. I was just done because I really didn't get into like real gaming probably until I don't know, I was 10 years old. When did 7 come out?
1997.
Yeah,
97. So yeah, I was not deep enough. I was not immersed enough in the gaming world to have played it at the time. And
I believe
then,
that was the year too, 97.
Yeah. And so I played 10 a whole bunch, and everyone kept talking about like, oh, 7 was so good, 7 was so good. And I played it a whole bunch. I was like, I couldn't deal with the visuals at that point.
Dude, that's the thing. If you don't play 7 in the context of the time, it's not as good as the game.
Right.
We talked about this with Waj. If he went back and played it now, he'd be like, what the hell is this? He wouldn't get it. But at the time, it was amazing. It was the best game there was.
Exactly. I can accept that. That at the time, it was great. But,
yeah,
14-year-old ADD me is just was never going to get through it.
Yeah,
so that's why I was kind of waiting for the
chibi characters running around.
Exactly.
And
like
in
I was
battles,
like,
the graphics like take a good bump up. But it wasn't until 8 when the graphics started to normalize across like battles and running around.
Yeah, it was decent.
I don't care how we do.
Wasn't too big of a fan of
it. A lot of people hated 8.
I didn't hate it, but it certainly wasn't my favorite. Actually, to be quite honest, I really didn't like 9. I know a lot of people are going to crucify me for saying that. I didn't like 9 at all. I really didn't enjoy it.
I don't know, 8 and 9 seem to be very hotly debated as good and bad, and I don't know. 7, I feel like 7 is the only one that's like universally really liked. I never really hear much about 10 though, but I feel like 10 is like almost under the radar, like
10's
really
got,
good.
10's got a stigma about it. That's the problem.
Because
it's so annoying of a character, which doesn't help.
Oh, God, Tidus,
10-2. A lot of people thought the fact that 10-2 became a thing. Like that even existed, and the manner of which it exists.
That's just wrong.
I mean, I still really like the dress sphere system, even though I tried to stream that game recently, and I was just like, I was not feeling it. It's not a good stream game, I don't think. It's more of like a game you just kind of play on your own because
not a good game at all.
You need to pay attention to a lot of stuff. I think the dress sphere system was really, really cool.
That
was basically about the only thing that I enjoyed in that game.
Yeah, the dress spheres is just the job system. They just prettied it up. They just Sailor Moonified it.
Yeah, but hey, I got through 10-2. I got through 10-2. I did not get through 12. And 13 was
12
not great.
12 was not
played
good.
13 and for about
13
5
was not good.
What is this garbage? Basically anything after 10, I'm pretty sure everyone admits was garbage.
I mean,
Final Fantasy
11 was an MMO, but that was good. But it's not like a traditional Final Fantasy experience.
Yeah.
The first iteration of 14 was complete garbage.
Yeah, it was,
and then they remade it, and now it's like way better. Didn't they say like 15's coming out this year?
Supposedly 15 is supposed to come out this year. I'm waiting for the delay to drop.
Yeah, I'm also waiting for that delay.
Although 15 is just 13 versus 13, a game that was announced like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like it was announced almost the same time that 13 was announced, and it was supposed to come out as part of that whole Fabula Nova Crystallis or whatever it was, the whole collection of 13 games.
Right.
Like games that all take place in sort of the same world, but they're not directly connected.
Yeah. So,
and then eventually it's like, well, Versus hasn't been shown for the last like 2-3 years. Like,
yeah.
It's just 13 was now. Fuck it.
13 was the one with the goofy like system where you change characters and like stuff, right? What was that called? It was a system that they invented. It was like the oh god, what was the name of it? Where you like swapped the way your characters played.
I think I know what you're trying to reference. I just don't remember the name because that game was so forgettable.
13 was with lightning?
Yeah,
13 was with lightning, yes.
Yeah, this is the battle system. What was that called?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Active something or other.
Active battle system? I don't know.
No, that wasn't it. It was like you would like change their something, like the way they would fight.
Right,
Fuck,
yeah.
I'll
Oh,
look
I
it up.
think
That's
I
bugging me.
remember-
I'm gonna look it up.
I
Yeah,
know
I
what
remember
you're
what
trying to
you're
say.
You know what I
I
mean?
know what you're trying to say.
All I remember is that was horrible and nobody enjoyed it.
I didn't mind the battle system. It was pretty quick, and like, cause I played it a lot one time, cause I got, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through 13. Like, I was trying to, like, me and two other buddies like all bought it, and we were trying to see who would be the first one to actually get through the damn thing. And once we got about halfway, we're like, okay, let's see who's gonna be the one that actually finishes it, because we all are starting to hate it.
Command synergy battle system.
But yeah,
Not
when
what
I
I-
grinded
synergy?
hard
That's not
in
what I
that game
called
for
it.
a while.
Yeah. All right, let me give some context here. So first, I'm going to scoop up Albed Primer number 2,
Ooh,
very
is this me?
sneakily hidden
Paradigm.
behind this guy's
Yep.
butt.
Alright, paradigm
so-
shift.
Now we are in the Besaid village, which is just this tiny little village. We're going to meet, I guess technically Yuna, and just kind of meet the majority of the new characters. Here's Wakka. So Yuna is I think Yuna's the temple summoner, technically.
Yep.
And she's training to become a real summoner, and a summoner is basically someone who devotes their life to try and defeat sin. And we'll learn more about that once we kind of get on. I keep saying we'll learn more later. I want to talk about it now.
But Datto, pretty soon we're gonna have to go into one of the Final Fantasy X's greatest parts in the what were those? The challenge dungeon.
The Cloister of Trials.
The Cloisters of Trials. The thing.
What, you didn't like the
everybody
Cloister of
loved the
Trials?
most about Final Fantasy.
I mean, I thought they were
Actually-
kind of cool, but they were a little frustrating at times as well.
The
Surprisingly,
first
I
couple
remember
are
that.
okay because they go pretty quick, but that last,
Right.
the last,
Oh, the last
two,
one is
especially the
is
last one, man, you're in
nightmarish.
there for like an hour.
Yeah,
I don't remember what
It
you
is
do, but I
nightmarish.
remember the name.
especially if you want to get all the items so you can get Anima later, because some of these dungeons,
Oh yeah.
as I learned on my very first playthrough, you cannot go back to some of these dungeons after some incidents happen later in the game. You just can't go back, and therefore, if you don't do it the first time around, you cannot get Anima, ever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have to get the hidden chest in every
Right,
single one
with
to
the
get Anima,
with
don't
the
you?
destruction sphere.
I forgot about that. I remembered that there was some gimmick to those. I forgot that's what it was.
Right.
Yeah, and you want Anima.
So Lord Braska was one of the latest people to defeat Sin. So you must be wondering, well, why is Sin still around then? Because Sin just regenerates over time. And there's a time called the Calm, which is basically the time period where Sin is like in regeneration and redeveloping himself, so the people of Spira, the world, don't really need to worry about Sin for that time. And then eventually he comes back and messes up everyone's shit.
Only a chosen few become summoners. Who call
So
forth
these summoners
great power.
are able to summon Aeons after they just do a ton of praying. You have to go through the Cloister of Trials. And they do a ton of praying in a faith. And a faith was just like a collection of, I guess, souls? Is that? I'm not even
It's-
sure. It's
That's
kind of
why
like
I
that.
couldn't get behind 10 because none of it made sense for me.
It'll
Still doesn't.
It's something that they do go over, kind of like
Yeah.
sort of the nature of the faith and the Aeons is kind of covered later, and that's kind of a bit more of a reveal.
Yeah.
So we could probably go into it when that happens.
Yeah,
but,
when it actually happens.
but yeah, essentially, like the faith are like when you die.
I thought there were
your
items
soul-
here.
Like when you die, your soul basically turns into like those little firefly looking things called pyreflies.
Right.
And like if your soul isn't sent to the far plane, which is essentially heaven, you eventually just get all pissed off and become a monster. That's where all the monsters come from.
Right.
Which is why when you kill a monster, they turn back into the little
Fireflies. Yeah. So he said, only guardians can come up here, and I'm not a guardian, so I can't go up there, and they're not gonna let me go. So we're gonna go back outside because we did all we needed to do in the temple. There's also a little display thing where we got that Albed primer. That's just kind of like a thing that kind of shows you more about the world. We don't really need to get into that right now.
Yeah,
So did
it's
that,
just
so we're gonna
basically
go
like
back to
advanced
Wakka.
tutorials. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I think
through
it's
the
just
lore.
more like a
a nap. You look
what is it? Like a glossary almost.
Yeah. I think it persists in like every town and every like inn and stuff like that you go to for a good while in the game.
at least go
Right.
see how they're doing. We can't interfere. It's a rule. But it's been nearly.
So they say that, oh, we can't interfere. Yuna has been in the faith for like a really long time. And so that guy was like super worried about her being in there for so long. And Wakka's like, no, you can't go in there. Only summoners are allowed in there. Oh, I stick to the rules a lot. So we're cutting to Tidus's dream kind of flashback to, he just said, oh, we're searching for him now. I think you're trying to find out what happened to Jet. And Tidus does not like Jet at all, because Jet was a very horrible father.
Yeah, he wasn't great.
He was not a good father.
It's just toughening his kid up, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No. Get the fuck up, kid. What now?
He's trying to make sure Tidus didn't come out like a wuss.
Yeah.
And it really didn't work very well.
No, it did not. It did not work well at all.
Had the complete opposite effect.
Alright, so now we just took our nap. Wakka's at the temple, so that's the only thing left to do. So we're gonna go to the temple. There we go. Thus begins our first Cloister of Trials in about a minute.
Yay.
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial. Well, apprentice summoner, really.
So they're all worried about
Room in there
Yuna.
called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged
Don't they
summoner.
play it off too that it's the Cloister Trials is dangerous and
Yeah, they kind
when
of
there's
do.
like no danger really in the Cloister
It's
Trials?
probably one of the least dangerous places in like any sort of zone in the game.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
It's dangerous in that you become so frustrated you can't find your way out that you kill yourself in there.
Right.
Let me send you a link to Suicide.
Precepts must be obeyed.
Like, well,
Yo.
fuck
Like I
your
care.
religion. I'm going in anyway.
Peace out. So you're supposed to be a guardian if you go in there, and he's not a guardian. And now he's realizing like, oh, I don't know what
Hey,
I'm doing.
maybe I'm
here.
a big piece of shit and shouldn't
Yeah.
be doing that to people. It's fine.
So begins our first puzzle. So we're gonna touch here. We're gonna touch it. Touch it.
I think one of the worst parts
Touch.
is that all the puzzles in the Cloister Trials are so unintuitive. A lot of it just really feels like trial and error.
It is basically trial and error.
It's these things were so frustrating.
Yeah.
Not so much that they were hard, it's just that they were just so finicky. Biggest problem being the whole thing revolves around picking up spheres and then putting them down in places, but you can never hold more than one sphere at a time.
Which was so obnoxious.
Yeah. You have two hands.
Yeah.
Why can you not carry one in each hand? Why can you not put it on the ground? Why do you have to find a sphere-shaped recess to place it in?
I don't know. So, like I said, bunch of spheres. Destruction sphere is something that is used to blow up a wall or find hidden treasure or whatever. I have a sphere in my hand. There's a sphere-shaped recess. Wonder what's gonna happen.
Yeah, luckily this was just basically like a trial, or not trial one, like a tutorial one.
Right.
Like TTK.
So we're gonna take this one out.
So they don't really seem, it doesn't really seem all that tough when you go through this one. It's like, oh, these aren't so bad. But oh man. The ice one? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun
We'll get
episode.
to that.
That'll be a fun 5 or 6 episodes.
So that one opens up this one, and here's our destruction sphere, which we need in order to get the chest.
You can get
Which is,
some
I don't
out
think I
of this
need
chest,
the
too.
destruction sphere right now. So let's go over here.
I do remember the hidden item that was in every one of these was actually like a really good item too.
Yeah, the items were pretty good. Oh god, I'm blanking now. Touch it. So I think
What are
there's
these
a
supposed to
sphere in here.
mean?
I don't know. Yes, there's definitely a sphere in here.
Oh, there's Tron in there.
Give.
Run.
There we go.
Does he fight for the users?
Daft Punk strip line.
Now we put the sphere in this one. And that opens up the door. And that's it. That is the whole first trial.
But destruction sphere.
But, right, we're gonna go back. And put the destruction sphere. As soon as... There we go. As soon as these animations want to finish. Take the destruction sphere. And we're gonna go put it in here. Which will break down that other wall. Over here. And then we can get the chest. Which has, I think, a
treasure.
Una weapon. Was a Rod of Wisdom.
For some reason I thought I remembered it being Una armor, but probably it's something.
Rod of
Oh,
Wisdom. Why do I remember that?
Why do you remember that?
Oh, I don't. Probably because it pissed me off the first time around so much that I was just like,
What is
I
this?
will never
don't even
forget
have
these
this
destruction
character.
spheres. Now we're gonna shove that into the thing, and we're
Really?
golden.
It's gotten into you. Hey, it's okay.
What do you mean what's gotten into me? You barely know me. Maybe I'm like this all the time. Maybe I'm just a gigantic asshole.
You know what?
And you don't know.
He is a gigantic asshole all the
That's
time.
true.
So
So what about you?
Me?
this is kind of on par for all the things we've seen from him thus far. So,
Guardian?
Yeah.
as the audience, we're like, this is what he is.
Oh, now we're going down. Oh.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them.
Shockingly enough, guardians protect them.
And now,
What?
Who would have thought?
short fuse. And who knows what the others thinking?
One of them's got a short fuse.
Now that we come this far.
Oh, Wakka upset, breaking all the rules. Wakka likes to play by the rules a lot. He's very formal.
Now that we come this
Trophy,
far, might as well
sweet.
go all the
Ooh,
way.
trophy.
Hey.
Ooh.
What a weird
the way.
place. Oh, I guess because of the cloister.
Yeah.
Oh,
We meet up
That's a
with
big butt like
Lulu
that.
and Kimari.
Big titty lady.
yeah, chest
Yeah.
beefers McGee.
Boobies! Yay! Everyone happy at the boobs.
I do remember her.
Everybody does.
Everybody remembers Lulu.
My friend also cosplayed as Lulu. She was a much better Lulu cosplayer than I was a Tidus
Vix?
cosplayer.
Fixer didn't happen.
I'm sure I'll put a picture up here.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
here.
Wait.
So if you remember,
Oh my god, look at all these extra viewers that are flying in.
yeah. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get them. That's how you get them.
Yeah.
First one's always free.
Big girls need that too. They just gotta pay
Oh,
for it.
how convenient that she's finally done as soon as I get here. Oh, pre-rendered.
Know what time
So
it
we
is.
want our summoner to be like a traditional Japanese shrine maiden, but not too much, so we're only going to do it like 95% of the way. we don't want it to be super obvious.
We don't want to go overboard with it.
Come on now. What has Honey Pop taught you?
Lulu is the only person who looks consistent. I guess Yuna does look consistent as well through these cutscenes. But like everyone else looks way different. Like Wakka looks different. Kimari, I guess, looks the
Yuna's
same.
not bad.
Yuna's not bad. I think Lulu's probably the best one.
Yeah. I think Wakka just kind of stands out as looking a bit funny because of his hair. His hair gets dramatically more detailed.
Yeah.
Under CGI.
All old geezers.
Oh, dramatic.
And Kamari, useless waste of space.
and Kamari's also here.
Is it bad that I don't even remember Kamari?
You shouldn't remember.
You
him.
shouldn't
He's
remember
terrible.
him. Yeah.
I don't remember like anything about him.
And
or
to all
her.
the Kamari fans in the comments, you're wrong.
Is it a him?
You are
always
wrong.
will be wrong.
You are horrifically wrong.
Is it a him or a her?
It's a him.
It's a him.
It.
I can't see anything.
I
I don't
mean,
remember
he's
what- I don't
got
remember
some
what it looks like.
interesting backstory, like later, like much later on, how he's
Okay.
like how his horn got like cut off.
Is he
and
is he the heiress of Final Fantasy X? The
No.
useless party member?
No.
Eris wasn't useless. She's the best healer in the game.
He was horrible.
There's about four characters that I always rolled with. And that was about it.
You gotta use Yuna just because she's got all
She
your
can
white
heal.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she heals, and the Aeons are super OP.
Is she the only one that could summon the Aeons in that game?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the Aeons were ridiculously OP in that one.
So right now she's summoning Valefor. Or Valefor. I don't know how to say it.
You gonna rename all the Aeons to something funny?
Probably not, because I'm not funny.
Aww.
Summon Uranus?
Whoa.
If I thought of things beforehand, then I might have. But I didn't, because I'm not funny.
Aww.
So this is the first Aeon that you get. It's a neutral Aeon. No particular element.
Kinda sucks. It's got boobs.
Kinda...
Yeah.
Really? That's what you point out?
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't-
They're
I
there.
did not notice that until right now.
Well,
That was
Maybe
the
you're right.
last thing on my mind when I was looking at that
I've never seen
Aeon.
anything
Childhood
like
ruined.
oh.
Sure. It
The
was a
giant
little
flying
slow,
chicken with
but
boobs.
still, I could feel a strange
Okay.
Easy.
Wow.
from it.
What was that?
Essentially, you know what it is? It's a harpy. That's
Yeah.
basically what this thing is. It's a harpy.
Kinda, yeah.
I remember.
The harpy,
that
like wearing like a
we
Majora's
talked
Mask
for the first
mask.
time. I didn't
Yes,
know it
yes.
then, but after that night,
It's legit.
everything.
Yeah, I feel like the Aeons really don't get good until you get Shiva.
Yeah, the incarnation of Shiva in this game is probably like the best one.
Yeah.
He was pretty badass in this game.
Ifrit, I never felt was super powerful.
Ifrit's always been. He's always been like one of the ones you get super early in like every game. So he's
Right.
never particularly strong.
He's a big staple of the Final Fantasy. He's getting pretty soon.
Right.
He's like the second summon you get in 8. He's one of the first ones you get in 7.
But not the first one. Do you remember what the first one is?
And in 7? Yeah, it's Chocomog.
There you go.
You get that first one. It's like, yeah, I got a summon.
Pretty sure you get
Oh,
do our
Chocobog,
best.
then Shiva, then Ifrit, then Ramu.
What are we, a bunch of bitches?
I know because I literally
Got
just
our new
played the game.
goal. Victory.
Even though we haven't won in 20 years. Or however long it's been.
But we got this guy. We got Meg Ryan on our team. How can we lose?
Big Ryan.
Got K-pop Meg Ryan.
Girl.
K-pop. Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Alright, Oryx. Calm down. We got it. Victory. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Alright, now we get to talk to Yuna. Or try to.
You heathen.
Stay away! Away! Away!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
Yes, be careful with that guy who tried to save your life.
What
What a jerk.
I don't know.
a dick.
I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Lady Yuna, we're not even sure if that's a man or a woman. Be careful.
Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess you
no.
did.
I was overconfident.
Well, this is awkward.
This is quite the bonfire we got going, though.
That's amazing.
Really?
No, it wasn't amazing at all.
That was amazing.
You just summoned a mythical creature from the sky by waving a stick.
Yeah, that giant
I
bird
was
had
not
boobs
impressed.
and everything.
Cool. You summon tits.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat.
I could do
aren't
that.
we?
Oh, really?
My God, watch me
Maybe
summon
I
tits.
Can
Yeah,
I-
Really?
I wonder what is that
Where
supposed to be
for
like a tag on the back of his
Same
hood?
boat.
Is there? Oh,
Up
I
and
think I know what
hanging.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
it
it's
could
like
just
a
be
little-
like the label of the of the company.
A Xanarkin designer.
The
clothing.
Xanarkand. Hell yeah.
Get no ideas.
No promise.
I like how he eggs you on. He's like, yeah, she's super hot, right? Don't try and
Any
fuck
idea?
her.
She's super hot, right? They'll do it.
Don't try and have sex with her or anything.
Don't put your dick in
Am
crazy.
I
Not
on
gonna
video
happen.
cam or something?
No.
Okay.
Voila! I have summoned the tits.
Too late. On video camera. Gotta
Thank you.
record it.
All right, you old lady.
Wait a minute.
Call me a full-fledged summoner now.
I'm ready for bed. Let's go. Everyone just sleeps in their clothes.
Whoa.
Pajamas have not been invented.
Yeah, everyone sleeps on top of the sheets because it's PS2 era game.
There's no blankets.
sheet technology hasn't been invented yet.
Yeah, the sheet tech isn't quite there.
Sheet
Can't get the
under the covers
folds right.
technology is hard. Like, if you go back and start playing a bunch of these games, like it is very rare you ever find a game where people are underneath covers.
Yeah.
Because that blanket tech.
Find us if
No
it doesn't
joke.
come soon.
Next gen blankets.
Really sure
Look,
this is okay?
real textures in those blankets. Look at the ripples.
Take me to Xanarkand?
Come here.
No, I'm
To
good. thank you.
Xanarkand.
Oh,
Get it.
Run
And
in
he
place.
starts running in place.
yeah, that's
Never understood this.
Yeah, that's not Japanese at all.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, which girl are you gonna pick? Neither.
Coming with me.
Oh. What?
Why not both?
Too much to ask for both.
Yeah, it's like,
It's a
hey,
dream.
if this is a proper threesome dream, you're doing it all wrong.
Oh, now I'm a
I
little
just-
boy.
He just got wrecked.
Now
up,
I have
man,
the
guy.
girls.
It's like, yeah, now I'm getting the threesome.
You with a woman, you can't even catch a ball. What?
What were those things have to do with each other? Nothing.
You have to speak loudly.
Man, that's good. How emasculating is that? That you're like, you're asleep, you're having this dream where you got two girls, and all of a sudden your dad shows up and takes them from you.
Yeah.
Super hot dad, apparently.
Like,
Whoops.
Dad's like, oh, fuck you, son, they're mine now.
I know, boy.
And all of a sudden you're just a little boy
Shut
because
your
of it.
mouth.
Dead. Okay. He's dead.
Those are some powerful daddy issues.
Yeah.
So Lulu's talking about Chapu, who is Wakka's brother,
Walk
and Chapu died when trying to fight Sin. He was
Okay.
using all the belts,
All those belts,
so many
Dang.
belts.
Yep.
Uh,
of course.
he was trying to fight Sin, and he was using machinery, otherwise known as Machina. And Wakka is sort of following in his footsteps, but not really, trying to like sort of avenge him. But I don't. It's kind of weird. But he feels super bad about Chapu's death, because I also don't think that they were on great terms either when he died.
So, who's Chapu?
Oh, I think they're just gonna go over all this right now.
I forgot that he's wearing fishing waders too.
He's dead.
Wakka is.
What?
Got
Everyone knows.
waders on, like those things you the big rubber pants you basically put over your
Oh.
clothing when you go if you go like fly fishing.
He didn't make it.
Yep. Turns out they're going over all of this.
So that's
Don't know who you are, brother, but I'm gonna
Brother.
tell you all about my dead family and all these deep emotional issues that we're having.
Yeah.
I'm glad with this.
I've known you for about all of 8 minutes.
Stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kind of looks like I'm using you.
But I
but
am.
I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot.
You're only a star blitzball player, or claim to be,
Really,
and we suck.
you know?
So please help me win championship. Thanks.
Like, how bad do you suck when it's like you're putting all your hopes and dreams on this weird stranger you found on a beach who just like you saw him kick a ball once
Yeah.
and he was like, oh, he kicked that ball so good.
Bastard.
Like, if that's like, you know, the be all and end all of your team now, it's like, how bad of a team are you?